Assalamu alaikum dear students. I welcome you all in my next zoology class. But this class will be dedicated for 12th standard. In this class, first of all, I want to convey you people that I am suffering from some flu symptoms. So the pace will be slow. Hope you will understand. It's for class 12th and today's topic will be, we are dealing with human reproduction and today's topic will be Leydig cells and testosterone metabolism. Till now we have studied that in case of humans there are present primary sex organs. The primary sex organs include the testicles, and testicles have basically two important functions. One is the formation of sperm, the second is the formation of hormones. Now one of the most important hormones secreted by testosterone, secreted by the testicle is the testosterone. Now here is the testicle that I have drawn for you people. We have already studied that each testicle contains several compartments, and each compartment is called a testicular lobule. Here, 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and in the testicular lobule there are present highly coiled yellowish structures. These highly coiled yellowish structures are actually known as seminiferous tubules, and the wall of seminiferous tubule is known as germinal epithelium, and that germinal epithelium contains basically two types of cells that you have studied. The first type of cell is the cuboidal cell, and the second type of cell is the Sertoli cells. And cuboidal cells actually undergo mitosis and produce spermatogonia. These spermatogonia are actually the precursors of sperm cells, and Sertoli cells are also known as supporting cells or nurse cells or sustentacular cells, and they have different roles to play that we have already discussed. Now, till now we have studied that in each testicular lobule there are present seminiferous tubules. Along the seminiferous tubules there is present connective tissue. That connective tissue is rich in blood capillaries and neurons. Simultaneously, we have already taught you people that in each seminiferous tubule, along with seminiferous tubules, there are present special clusters of cells. These special clusters of cells are actually the Leydig cells. These are actually the Leydig cells, and these Leydig cells are the endocrine cells. When I say the Leydig cells are the endocrine cells, I mean these cells are responsible for production of hormones, and the special type of hormone produced by these Leydig cells is testosterone. First of all, you should understand one thing, that जब एक बच्चे की fetal development होती है, at the time of fetal development, let us suppose the female reproductive system, and these are actually the ovaries. We have to discuss female reproductive system in detail, but right now what is the matter of concern is that if here it is a fetus, this fetus has a special connection with the maternal blood by a special structure. That special structure you call placenta. If it is a male fetus, male fetus will develop testicles. These testicles, you already know, are formed in the abdominal cavity. Testicles are formed in the abdominal cavity. Now, placenta acts as endocrine structure. Placenta has one role of endocrine function. This placenta produces special hormone. That hormone is known as chorionic gonadotropin. Chorionic gonadotropin. It's a hormone from placenta. It is this chorionic gonadotropin that stimulates the testes. It is this chorionic gonadotropin hormone that stimulates the testes, and then the testes produce testosterone. And testosterone then stimulates these testicles, and then testicles descend from abdominal cavity into the scrotum. through a special passage. That passage you call inguinal canal. You have studied already this much in your earlier lectures, that if it is a fetus, male fetus, then male fetus will develop testicles, and testicles are usually formed near the kidneys in the abdominal cavity. Now, these testicles are actually stimulated by one of the special hormones, that is chorionic gonadotropin, produced by the placenta. This structure here is placenta. And then when placenta produces this hormone, chorionic gonadotropin, it is this hormone that stimulates the testicles. Then testicles produce testosterone. Here we have to clear one concept, that fetus testicles also contain Leydig cells. The today's topic, Leydig cells and testosterone. Fetal testicles also contain Leydig cells, and Leydig cells are stimulated by chorionic gonadotropin, and then they produce special hormone, that is testosterone. It is this testosterone that then stimulates testicles. Actually, testicles are formed in abdominal cavity. Testicles are stimulated by testosterone, and then these testicles descend from abdominal cavity into the scrotal sacs. Hope you got the concept. What I told you is that testicles are formed in the fetus in the abdominal cavity. From abdominal cavity, they will descend only into the scrotum once there is present testosterone. This testosterone is produced by the Leydig cells of the fetus. This testosterone is only produced when they get stimulated, when these Leydig cells of fetus get stimulated by chorionic gonadotropin. This is the first point. Now, point number second. You also have studied in class 11th that we have a pair of kidneys. Along with kidneys, we have a pair of suprarenal glands. Those you call adrenal glands. And these adrenal glands contain special endocrine cells. Adrenal glands contain special endocrine cells. These endocrine cells are known as zona reticularis cells. Zona reticularis cells. These zona reticularis cells also produce androgens. When I say androgen, I mean male sex hormones. Male sex hormones. This is the first point. Does it sound as something special that adrenal glands are also present in females? Adrenal glands are also present in females. And does this mean that females also contain androgens? Females also have male sex hormones. It is due to these androgens, male sex hormones in females, that cause the development of body hairs in females. However, if this zona reticularis cells or if these endocrine cells suffered from cancer or suffered from tumor, if these endocrine cells suffered from tumor, then these endocrine cells will produce too much. These endocrine cells will produce too much male sex hormones. If the endocrine cells suffered from cancer or tumor, इसका मतलब ये होता है कि these endocrine cells will multiply rapidly and the number of endocrine cells will increase. If the number of endocrine cells will increase, I mean to say the number of zona reticularis cells will increase. If the number of zona reticularis cells will increase, this means that more and more androgen or more and more male sex hormone will be produced. When more and more male sex hormone will be produced, in case of females, at that time, females suffer from adrenal virilism. Females suffer from a disease called adrenal virilism. Adrenal virilism. Then the females will suffer from male characters. They will have mustaches, they will have harsh voice, and so on and so forth. Adrenal virilism means appearance of male characters in females. Appearance of male characters in females. Now, next point. As far as testosterone is concerned, just a second. As far as this testosterone hormone is concerned, this testosterone is a steroid hormone. When I say it is a steroid hormone, I mean this testosterone hormone is formed from cholesterol. Once testosterone hormone is formed from cholesterol, this testosterone hormone formed from Leydig cells actually. This testosterone hormone formed from Leydig cells from the precursor molecule called cholesterol. This testosterone hormone is drained into blood. It is then drained into blood. And in the blood, this testosterone hormone binds with a special protein. This testosterone hormone binds with a special hormone, with a special protein. This protein is known as sex hormone binding globin. This is known as sex hormone binding globin. Okay, this sex hormone binding globin, or it is also known as ABP, androgen binding peptide. This androgen binding peptide acts as vehicle. It actually acts as vehicle for the transportation of this hormone. Then the next point is like that. This testosterone hormone is carried by the blood up to the target organ. Let us suppose target organ here is prostate gland. Target organ here is prostate gland. You may be aware of the fact that if this is urethra, this is urinary bladder, here it's a special structure. That special structure is known as prostate gland. Here is the spongy tissue of the penis. We have drawn the human male reproductive system. So what I said is that let us suppose the target organ for the testosterone hormone is prostate gland. Let me remove one cell from this prostate gland. Let us suppose it is a cell from prostate gland. This testosterone hormone has the property that it can cross the cell membrane. Here is the target cell. Here is the testosterone molecule, testosterone hormone. Once inside the target cell, this testosterone can cross the cell membrane. Once inside the target cell, what happens is that this testosterone is converted into 5-alpha dihydrotestosterone. This testosterone hormone is converted into 5-alpha dihydrotestosterone by an enzyme. That enzyme is known as 5-alpha reductase. there is a special enzyme present in a target cell. That enzyme is known as 5-alpha reductase. It is this enzyme that converts the testosterone into 5-alpha dihydrotestosterone. Then the next point, what happens is that this is a target cell. Here is a nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane has special pores called a nuclear pore complex. Through these nuclear pores, this 5-alpha dihydrotestosterone, enters into the nucleus. But it always enters into the nucleus along with its receptor. This hormone has a receptor in the cytoplasm. Once 5-alpha dihydrotestosterone is formed, then this hormone, 5-alpha dihydrotestosterone, binds with the receptor. So should I say that hormone receptor complex is formed? When hormone receptor complex is formed, it is only then this hormone receptor complex enters into the nucleus. Now, inside the nucleus, there is present genome or there is present DNA. This hormone receptor complex binds with the specific locus of DNA. This specific locus of DNA is known as hormone responsive element. Hormone responsive element is the special region of DNA to which the hormone receptor complex binds. Once testosterone hormone crosses the cell membrane of the target cell, it enters the cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm, it gets actually converted into 5-alpha dihydrotestosterone by an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase. Then this 5-alpha dihydrotestosterone binds with the receptor and hormone receptor complex is formed. It is this hormone receptor complex that then enters into the nucleus. In the nucleus, it binds at a specific locus of our genome or our DNA, that is called hormone receptor complex, and that is called hormone responsive element. Then from this specific region of DNA, messenger RNA is formed. What happens is that it is this messenger RNA molecule that leaves the nucleus and enters into the cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm, it meets with, this messenger RNA meets with ribosomes. In the cytoplasm, messenger RNA meets with ribosomes, and ribosomes form special molecules. Those molecules are called proteins. What I told you right now is that testosterone is formed from Leydig cells. Once it is formed from Leydig cells, it is drained into the blood. In the blood, it is carried by a vehicle called androgen binding peptide or sex hormone binding globulin, and it is transported to the target organ. Target organ here is a prostate gland ki koi cell. In the prostate gland cell, it will directly enter because the steroid hormones are easily permeable through the cell membrane. Once it enters through the cell membrane, inside the cell membrane there is cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm, this testosterone hormone has a special meeting with this enzyme called 5-alpha reductase. This 5-alpha reductase converts the testosterone into 5-alpha dihydrotestosterone. It is this 5-alpha dihydrotestosterone that then binds with the receptor molecule present in the cytoplasm. Then hormone receptor complex is formed. This hormone receptor complex enters into the nucleus via nuclear pores and then binds at a specific location of our DNA. And from that region of DNA is known as hormone responsive element. From that region of DNA, messenger RNA is formed. This messenger RNA then leaves the nucleus and enters into the cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm, messenger RNA gets adhered with special molecule, special cell organelle that is called a ribosome. This ribosome studies the message of this messenger RNA and forms special biological molecules known as proteins. For example, one protein formed is known as prefibrinolysin. Second protein formed is known as prostate specific antibody. Prostate specific antibody. These are actually the proteinaceous molecules that are formed in the target cell with the help of this hormone called a testosterone hormone. Hope you got it. If you watch this video repeatedly, you will get the concept crystal clear. It is so easy to understand. What I said is that testosterone is a steroid hormone because it is formed from cholesterol or from acetyl coenzyme A also, that you have studied in Krebs cycle in class 11. This testosterone is drained into the blood. Blood takes the testosterone to the target organ. Blood takes the testosterone to the target organ. In the target organ, for example, prostate gland, we repeat here, there in the target organ there is formation of proteins. That is, any biological activity occurs. One protein formed you call prefibrinolysin. You call prefibrinolysin. It is this prefibrinolysin that actually liquefies the semen. It is this, it acts as an enzyme, prefibrinolysin. It liquefies the semen. What is semen? That will be discussed in later classes. But you know that semen has viscous consistency, ejaculation that has viscous, thick consistency, mucoid consistency. But that is converted by this prefibrinolysin into liquefiable condition so that sperm movement can be enhanced in the female reproductive system. Okay, a part of testosterone, is carried into the liver cells. A part of testosterone is carried to the liver. A part of testosterone is carried to the liver. In the liver, there is present an enzyme. That enzyme is known as steroid dehydrogenase. Steroid dehydrogenase. It is this steroid dehydrogenase that converts the testosterone into androsterone or dehydroepiandrosterone. Dehydroepiandrosterone. Byproducts of testosterone. What is said is that part of testosterone is carried to the liver. In the liver, there is present an enzyme. That enzyme is known as steroid dehydrogenase. It is this steroid dehydrogenase that converts the testosterone into androsterone or dehydroepiandrosterone. Now, from the liver, actually hepatic vein takes the blood away, and finally a stage will reach when this blood will reach to the kidneys for filtration purpose. And it is this blood that contains androsterone and dehydroepiandrosterone. These are the byproducts of testosterone metabolism. Testosterone was broken into androsterone and dehydroepiandrosterone by this enzyme that you call steroid dehydrogenase. Then what happens is that these byproducts are discharged into the blood, and from the liver, hepatic vein takes the blood, and a stage will reach when the blood will reach to the kidneys for filtration, and kidneys will produce urine, and in the urine, androsterone and dehydroepiandrosterone Dehydroepiandrosterone will be present. Traces of androsterone and dehydroepiandrosterone will be present in the urine, because these two products were formed in the liver, and then these byproducts were released into the blood. Blood was taken away from the liver by this hepatic vein. It is this hepatic vein that finally a stage will reach when the blood will reach to the kidneys for filtration purpose, and then if we can examine the urine of human males, then androsterone and dehydroepiandrosterone can be found in the urine of human males. Now, next point. In our brain, there are present special types of cells. These cells are actually known as astrocytes. Astrocytes are a type of special cells. Those cells are known as glial cells. You have studied in class 11th. Glial cells. Or they are also known as supporting cells. So part of testosterone enters into the glial cells. In the glial cells, testosterone is converted to estrogen, estradiol. In the brain, testosterone is converted to estrogen by an enzyme. That enzyme is known as aromatase, or that enzyme is known as estrogen synthetase. Estrogen synthetase is the enzyme present in the astrocytes or in the glial cells of our nervous system, or the supporting cells of our nervous system, that contain aromatase enzyme or estrogen synthetase enzyme, which converts the testosterone into estrogen. In case of males, estrogen is also present. Actually, estrogen is equal to 1/5 of non-pregnant lady. 1/5 of non-pregnant lady. Estrogen is present in males. Sir, this estrogen is essential for supermeiogenesis. ये आगे बता दूंगा. Supermatogenesis नहीं, supermeiogenesis. Estrogen is essential for supermeiogenesis. Estrogen is essential for sexual arousal. Actually, estrogen is essential for libido. That means sexual desire. Estrogen receptors are also present in estrogen. These estrogen receptors are also present in spongy tissue of penis. We will study it later, but right now you just memorize the facts. Spongy tissue of penis also contain estrogen receptors. Now, next point. If, let us suppose, this is a cartilage cell. This is a cartilage cell, chondrocyte. Part of testosterone hormone also enters into the cartilage cell. In the cartilage cell, testosterone is converted into estrogen. Testosterone is converted into estrogen by this aromatase enzyme or estrogen synthetase. By this aromatase enzyme. So, if testosterone is converted into estrogen in the cartilage cell, right now, you should remember one important point here. Testosterone actually enhances ossification or mineralization of bones. Testosterone enhances mineralization of bones. If you had studied skeletal system in class 11th, the teacher would have told you that testosterone hormone, or simply in the bone there is a mixture. That mixture is known as bone matrix. That bone matrix is rich in calcium and phosphorus. So these two minerals are essential for the strength of a bone. Now, if these two minerals are removed from the bone, or if these two minerals get leaked out from the bone, then demineralization will occur. Then demineralization, you would have studied something called osteoporosis. So testosterone hormone increases the bone matrix. So testosterone hormone can be used to cure osteoporosis. Right now, repeatedly watch what I have told you. I am not feeling well, so I will continue the class tomorrow, inshallah. Till now, stay safe, stay home. Assalamu alaikum.